Hey everybody, it is Qqcknd, and all week it has been overcast and raining, and please excuse me if you have been dying for a video because all week it just has not been great conditions. And furthermore, I have transformed my filming area into my packing area for all of my prints. So while I've been trying to just get everything organized and get everything in the mail, it has really transformed this area into something completely different, which has kind of kept me from coming over here to do anything other than stay focused on the prints. But I do want to say that it has been so awesome, and there are still prints left if you haven't grabbed one yet. So that's out of the way. Today I wanted to focus on a haul. I went to the thrift store yesterday and I grabbed so many fun things for my home. John and I have been working on the house non-stop, and I felt really motivated to kind of grab some odds and ends. And especially for my home tour coming up, I'm super excited to just have some of these things. So these are all home decor or like home organized items. I would say my aesthetic with decor is really inspired by like Tumblr and Urban Outfitters and lots of like kind of rustic but functional stuff, and I've been really into like organizing and things like that. And because it is like a rainy day and I'm just like trying to be like as cozy as possible, I think that this all works out. These first things that I grabbed, and I have a receipt, but I think everything has a price tag on it. My receipt is like written on paper, so the first two things I grabbed are napkin holders. And you can see this napkin holder is like kind of ugly, but what I grabbed this for is to organize my palettes in my bathroom. So I thought this would be really cool to kind of stack palettes in. And although it only has 2 tiers, I think it would be really great. And then I bought this napkin holder, and this one is way cooler in my opinion. Like, I love it. Oh, so this was 90 cents. And this one was 30 cents, and I like this one a lot more, except it has this bar right here. So I feel like a large palette can't really fit, but I do have my little like Too Faced palettes that I feel like will sit really nicely in here on both sides. So this can hold 4 smaller palettes, whereas this one can only hold 2 larger ones. But like, I like the aesthetic of this one a lot more. I think it's a really cool, just like really modern triangle that I think it's really simple on display, but I also think it's very interesting. So I have that, and this was 30 cents. Baskets. And honestly, like, I was walking around the thrift store and I had so much stuff in my hand that I saw this basket and I was like, I love that thing. Like, let me put all my stuff in it while I'm shopping. And I realized that it was 2. So I think that's great that I could get 2 matching sets here. I think that these baskets are really cool and really like industrial looking, but I think, and these were 90 cents each. So for less than $1, I feel like these are metal. They're still in really great condition. I'm not really sure what their original function in a home was, especially since there's 2 of them. But I think these would be great for like small storage, like maybe just like toss some scarves in here, or like kind of like a shirt you only wore for a few hours. Like, especially for me, like when I get home, I get completely undressed and I reach for pajamas right away. Even if I know I'm going back out, I always wear something cozy in my room. So this would be great for me to just like throw some shirts into, or just like keep my slippers in. And they're so much cooler, and they're so much cooler than those like fold up baskets that you find at like Target and stuff that are like $10 for some reason, and they're made of like reusable bags. So these are great. I think they're super cool. So this next thing I got is just this little bowl right here. But what I really like about it is that it's so geometrical that I think it would like really sit well on a counter space or anything like that. So I think it's really cool. Like, throw a bracelet in here, throw some rings in here, your keys, and it's way better on display than just like any old thing. So this was $1.21, which is on the pricier side of this haul, but I feel like you could find something like this at Urban Outfitters, something like that, for way more. And I also have like a ton of succulents. I bought a ton of them on sale. So even like putting a little succulent in here, like even still in his little pot, I think would add a lot of interest to any place that I put this. And I think that it's really cool. So I was super happy to pick something like this up. And I picked like a couple of pieces that serve the same function as this up, but I'm really excited just to like see which ones I like and see where I want to put them. And honestly, like, this isn't hurting anybody, just like even on display back here. So this next thing I picked up is a little out of the ordinary, but you can see here it's like all wrapped up and it says 90 cents. When you unwrap this, and I don't know why this is at the thrift store, maybe it was just like a craft project that went awry, or someone was cleaning out their craft drawer or something, but these are in great condition. I feel like they're unused, but these are little magnets that you can put a picture into, like that, and I think that that's super cool. And there aren't like a ton of magnetized surfaces in our room, so this isn't super practical for like our living space. So I grabbed a lot of these just to maybe offer as Christmas presents. I really want to do DIY Christmas presents this year because I feel like I have so many friends this year and so many new relatives, but so little money. So I thought that these would be great. I had the idea of maybe getting Christmas cards and putting them in here. So there is 5 of these for 90 cents, and I'm so excited. Honestly, like, if we were moved into our house already, I think that these would be great. Put a to-do list in here, something like that, grocery list. But since we are still living with John's parents, these are just not in my future right now, but I think that they're great and I didn't want to pass them up, especially for 90 cents. I feel like I couldn't find these if I wanted to. They seem like a little vintage, a little outdated, but I am stoked. Here's just a little quick thing. This is just like a metal little pouring guy, and this is 50 cents. It's really lightweight. I don't want to say that it's copper because I'm really unsure what the metal is. I don't want someone to tell me. So I just grabbed this. I ordered a shelf recently that I still haven't gotten. I ordered it in the mail. So I feel like this would just be great like as a decorative piece. It's really like eye-catching and really interesting to me with like the little spout. But since I'm unsure of the metal and unsure of its origin, I definitely wouldn't want to use it like in my kitchen. So I think that it's really cool just as a decorative piece. Like, look at it. And right now Target has these copper cups that they have in their seasonal section, so I don't know if they are for decoration or whatever, but the copper cups at Target are priced around $19, and when I saw this for 50 cents, I was like, give me that. So this was $1.91, and to me it kind of looks like a candle holder, and I have a candle right here that fits perfectly in here. So a Bath & Body Works candle fits perfectly, but the reason I got it was almost for the same purpose as that little white Qcknd I showed earlier. I thought this would be really cool on display just to like put bracelets. Like, I always lose my watch and I take my watch off before I get in the shower and kind of just like, good luck. So putting this somewhere in my bathroom, I think that it's like a really neutral and interesting color. Put this somewhere where it can collect little things. Like, I don't wear rings very often, so when I take them off, I want to like have a centralized little place for them so they're not like around my computer keyboard, around my shower, on Jupiter. So I thought this would be really cute. And for $1.91, if I decide I hate this, then it's totally fine. It's kind of just like decorative trial and error. It's kind of my first time ever decorating a space with like interior design in mind and not just like, punk, these are my favorite bands, this is something I found outside, here's a stop sign. Like, with decoration in decor. It is my first time dabbling in decor. So a couple little dollar items just to like feel out the vibe. I'm not worried about it. Anyway, this next thing I grabbed, whatever. So I got this Texas mug. And you can see it's like in really good condition. Like, it has this gold foiling detail on the front. And whoever had this like clearly just like had it in their cabinet and hated it. So this was 50 cents. And I know Urban Outfitters right now has a ton of these monogram mugs with like a Q or like an exclamation point, a hashtag, and these mugs are close to $6 or $7. And unless you find them on sale, they're kind of just like really eye-catching, but like, oh, I really can't afford that. So I thought that this Texas mug would be really comparable to those things because it's kind of just like a little different, a little weird, and I spent time in Texas, so I can look at this and kind of relate to it, like, that one time. But I still think it's, like, on par with, like, Urban Outfitters Decor. I may not use this to drink out of, but I decorate a ton of stuff with mugs. I love mugs. I have a Poconos mug that I can see from right here that I do not drink out of. I just, like, use it as decor. So this will probably be a decorative item somewhere in my house, but I think that it's really cool. You can find a million mugs at a thrift store, and honestly, it's where I get a lot of them. I kind of have to stop, but this one really caught my eye. So the next thing I grabbed, and this was $1.19, was this golden kind of plate dish here. And I grabbed this because I have a little wire bookshelf that I upcycled. So John and I's house that we're building, since it's a construction zone and it's in a weird neighborhood, a lot of trash kind of gets thrown in our backyard, which is there's nothing we can do about it. There's just nothing we can do. But someone blessed us with this old wired bookshelf, and I cleaned it up, I painted it. I actually have a video coming soon about how to upgrade your furniture on a budget, and that bookcase is in there, but the bookcase is wired, so nothing can really easily sit on it that is smaller than a book. So I got this so I can kind of lay that on top of the bookshelf, maybe put a plant or like a clock or something just like right on here. And I think that this is cool. It has like little dents in it that I feel like are really interesting. And again, I feel like I could picture this at Urban Outfitters, like on display with some bras around it. So I thought this was cool, and for $1.91, it's on the more expensive side of our haul. But again, I think it's really cool just to kind of collect stuff like this and that. Maybe puts like some nail polishes on it, because I think that it's really interesting, but doesn't have like, I wouldn't eat a sandwich off of this, but I think that it has like a decorative aspect. Was this like little caddy, and I like love this thing, and I have a few of these in my room already, and most commonly they hold like my plush collection, and I think that that's great. But every time I bring a new one of these into my world, overnight they get filled with stuffed animals. Like, I don't even know how it happens. So I thought this would be cool to bring into my life for a different purpose. I think this would be great in my bathroom because it is metal, and it's like this nice 4x4 square. Maybe put some like extra toilet paper in here, some shampoo, just like a way to organize. And since it is this nice metal, I thought that that would be really fun. And for $1.19, I think it's really cool. Maybe like roll up some washcloths and keep this in there. But I think that's great. I saw this little guy and I was like, need him. The next part of my haul is all jammed into here. And I did ask you guys on Snapchat if we like this tote bag. Do we? Do we like this? Even if we don't, I still brought it and ended up buying so much more stuff than I anticipated, so I'm trying to go green. So right from the bat is this hideous, I love it, picture frame. It looks like somebody really like bedazzled this thing, and I love it. I think it's in great condition. And of course it's like Lizzie McGuire's teen dream bedroom. I totally know, but I have all these black picture frames, and forever I was like, black picture frames or death. Like, that's it. That's the only one in my life. So since my world is full of these black picture frames, I thought it would be really interesting to have a couple like wacky textured picture frames just to throw in the mix, and like not necessarily put this on my wall because I feel like it would really kill my vibe that I've been trying to establish, but just like something like right over here, like every once in a while kind of throw this like pop of glitter into my world. And honestly, I was like really respecting whoever made this and decided to bring it to the thrift store. I always like try to imagine like the previous life of whatever object I buy at the thrift store. And when I saw this, I was like, Lizzie, I love your show. So here is another picture frame, kind of on the same tip, like getting textures and whatever. So this one was $1, and it has like a gold trim here, and then the rest is like a nice precious metal kind of silver. I have a picture frame right here with an Ashley Love print in it. So I got a couple different frames because this one actually fell and is broken right here in the corner. So I'm hoping like this print will fit into one of these picture frames that I bought today, and like they aren't too obscure because I picked out some weird ones. But I really like this one, you know, a nice handsome picture of John in here. I have so many little things that I see day to day and I'm like, oh, I want to frame that. So if I have a little stockpile of frames going on, I'm happy about it. Different note, I have this clipboard, and this was 90 cents. And what I like about this clipboard is it has this little thing right there. So I feel like I could hang this clipboard up. I have all those like command hooks that I got at my Target haul, and I think that those command hooks can be really great. And since I am a person who like lives artistically, I feel like I get a lot of things in my life that I could definitely like would love to interchange on a daily basis. So maybe just like hanging up the picture frame, hanging up this clipboard, and just like having a little something on there. And it has this like cool elastic feature, which like I don't even know if it's a part of this clipboard because it's not attached in any way. But like put that across the bottom there, and I thought that that would be really cool, kind of different, and like honestly like that looks pretty good. Organize my life. So that was 90 cents. And they had a ton of clipboards. I just like that one because it was a little different. But if you want to steal that idea, all the clipboards were under $1 at my thrift store. So here we go on our like crazy picture frame life. And this one was so ugly that I had to bring it home and rescue it. So this was like weird marbleized with like some sort of additional design there, and like this picture frame is so ugly it makes me gag. So I'm like really happy to bring it home, but I actually love marble and I'm happy to like add a little texture into whatever this decides to get displayed on. Like honestly, again, like back here, whatever, literally anything can go in this. I tried to find picture frames that were the size of envelopes, because you may know my grandmom sends me a card literally for any single holiday on earth. So having just an extra picture frame around that is card size, display it, it's ugly, I love it. And again, here is another ugly picture frame. I got this one with the Ashley Love print in mine, but it doesn't have glass on it. It just has this like weird postcard from the zoo. And then inside, it has a stamp and a little address. I don't know what all this stuff is. That's weird. Well, can't show the address, but so that's all in there. That's pretty crazy. If you're like me, I like to figure this stuff out about these weird thrift store items. So this doesn't have any glass, but I still think that it's pretty cool. Like honestly, we could just write on this. So this was 70 cents, and I love the like gold and the weird stamps that it came with. Like that's great. Oh, more picture frames, who cares? So I got these two little precious moments kind of picture frames, and these were either 20 or 50 cents. I can't read. And I thought that this would be cool, just like honestly decorate whatever, like some pressed flowers. Like I don't think I have any pictures this small. Maybe like these have never been used. These are still in the original packaging. Like they look so nice and silvery with the pictures of the flowers on it. I think that that's great. That's like totally up my alley. And lately I've been like trying to redecorate Avi, so I have all these little things that I would love to just like put in a frame. How cool and weird are these? Just like put them somewhere together. Little like baby picture of John, a little picture of a tattoo, whatever. These are great. So I don't think these are stock photos. I think these are really a picture of somebody's dog. But I grabbed all these white picture frames, and this one is different, but they're all like pretty cheap, like only cardboard background. But I thought it would be great if I grabbed the whole set. I could decide to spray paint these black and put them on the wall here. Or since the background is really flat, like these could be, I don't know, a coaster. Not necessarily coaster, but like something to like display on. I think that would be great. They're like really cheaply made, but I'm like, I love it. So I could do whatever with these. I was thinking of spray painting them so they could be whatever I want in the whole world, but I thought I would grab them. They were each 70 or 10 cents. That could be 10 cents. But I thought might as well grab them and have them and rescue them, because whose dog is this? So that's everything in total that I grabbed from the thrift store yesterday. All of this together came to $23 total. I totally recommend going to your thrift store and picking out something that might be like kind of weird, but giving it a new life. And I think that I had so much fun, and I think it's all great. And it definitely saved me a ton of money from going to Urban Outfitters or something like that, ordering stuff online, because honestly, all this stuff is pretty freaky and I'm into it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you found at your thrift store or how you would incorporate some of this stuff in your lives. And yeah, thanks again. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know if you bought a print, if you're framing it, if maybe you're hanging it in a unique way, and let me know. I love you guys so much, and bye!